I was taken back. I was really shocked. I mean, I never even expected this to happen.
More people coming out. Who's this guy? Yeah, they're all kind of dressed
Definitely
alike.
shocking and hectic out here in Holmby Hills at one of Sean Diddy Combs' homes. We were first on scene as it all unfolded. We came right in the middle of the convoy of about 40 undercover law enforcement vehicles before they even put up the crime scene tape. The Department of Homeland Security making a big bust, officers say, in connection to a sex trafficking investigation. While it was all happening, investigators were also raiding his home in Miami. Homeland Security has not yet released details or named Diddy as the focus of the investigation. The 20-year-old Ryan Mendelsohn, he's lived nearby his whole life, and he often visits his best friend just a few doors down.
But I've seen maybe once a week girls lingering outside. I drive by a lot, and I see that a lot of girls, maybe 5 or 6 girls outside, some leaving, some not, some going in, black Suburbans. Never know. I never thought anything of it, but now this is crazy. I mean,
Yo, it's crazy, man. Diddy's world's crumbling around him like a house of cards. Homeland Security didn't just raid one, but 2 of his mansions, LA and Miami, both hit. And you won't believe it. They're accusing him of running a full-on trafficking ring. And guess who blew the lid on it first? His ex, Cassie. She straight up took him to court over all the messed up stuff he put her through, and he settled real quick, like he knew he was caught red-handed. But hold up, it gets worse. Another woman's suing him, saying he did some shady stuff when she was just a kid. And then there's his ex-producer, Lil Rod, coming out swinging, claiming Diddy's behind a whole trafficking operation, even roping in minors. And on top of that, he's got accusations flying at him about illegal guns, drugs, and hidden cameras in his crib. Man, it's like he's living a Jeffrey Epstein nightmare. I'm telling you, there's a bunch of these Epstein wannabes lurking in the industry, keeping the big shots in check with their shady recordings. We need to expose them all, not just Diddy. Remember Dan Schneider from Nickelodeon? Yeah, he's another one accused of some messed up stuff with kids. And get this, when Homeland Security came knocking, Diddy straight up ditched his mansion, leaving his kids behind. Can you believe it? Homeland Security ain't no joke, man. They come in heavy, guns blazing. He could have put his kids in real danger. People say he jetted off to some private island, but turns out he was just pacing outside Miami airport. Dude was probably trying to make a run for it, but he got caught out. Let's take a trip down memory lane and spill the tea on Cassie and Diddy's love saga. Back in August 2006, Cassie dropped her debut album under Diddy's Bad Boy Records. He wasn't just the producer, but also jumped on a remix of her hit Me and You with rapper Young Jock. Rumors were flying in 2007 about Diddy and Cassie being more than just business partners, especially when Cassie became the face of Diddy's fashion label, Sean John. But it wasn't until 2012 that they made it official, and where else but at Kanye West's Paris Fashion Week show and Diddy's own gig during Paris Fashion Week. Talk about making a grand entrance. Things got spicy in 2014 when Diddy hinted at an engagement on Instagram with a diamond ring, but he quickly took it down, leaving us all guessing if Cassie gave the thumbs up. Trouble hit paradise in December 2015, causing a little hiccup in their relationship. In 2018, Diddy's ex, model Gina Hewin, spilled the beans, claiming she was in the mix with Diddy while he was still coupled up with Cassie.
He took one of my heels and tried to throw it at me, and then he mushed my face and really hard and made my nose bleed.
Wow.
And the only person that every time me and he we get into fights like that, the only person that ever helped me was D-Rock. Everyone else just allowed it to happen and just looked the other way.
Then came the messy drama in August 2016 in LA, with TMZ spilling the tea about a heated showdown. Diddy apparently grabbed Cassie's phone, and things got so heated that police reports were filed. In 2017, Diddy's talking about wanting more kiddos on The Breakfast Club, but by 2018, it was Splitsville for him and Cassie. We all got wind of the breakup in October. Then, out of nowhere, Cassie drops a bomb in December 2018 with an Instagram post snuggling up with her personal trainer, Alex Fine. But wait, there's more. Cassie and Alex hit us with a shocker in September 2019, announcing they're not only expecting but also getting hitched. Little Frankie Fine comes into the world on December 6, 2019, and just when you thought that's it, bam, Sonny Fine arrives on March 22nd, 2021. But here's where things take a wild turn. Cassie recently throws us a curveball, filing legal action against Diddy. And we're not talking minor stuff. Serious accusations are on the table, like rape, physical abuse, and some major control issues during their time together. Talk about a messed up relationship. So the whole Diddy and Cassie drama took a wild turn when they quickly patched things up right after Cassie laid some serious allegations on him, like rape and sex trafficking. They dropped a joint statement on Friday, keeping the settlement terms on the down low. Cassie mentioned she's going to handle the issue her own way, and Diddy, aka Mr. Love, sent some good vibes with a touch of warmth. The legal roller coaster started on November 16th when Cassie slapped Diddy with a lawsuit, airing out about a decade of alleged abuse and violence during their time together. He flat out denied everything, calling it Cassie's way of squeezing some cash out of him. As they talked about settling, Cassie's lawyer gave her props for speaking up. The lawsuit painted a grim picture, accusing Diddy of raping and assaulting Cassie when she was just 19 and he was 37. It also spilled about Diddy allegedly pushing substances that messed with Cassie's life. Diddy's lawyer was clear that settling didn't mean they were copping to anything. They were sticking to their denial story. Before they sorted things out, Cassie's legal team fired back, saying Diddy tried to throw a fat stack of cash to shut her up. But Cassie wasn't having it. She wanted to speak up for women going through similar stuff, not just take the money and bounce. Before it all got squared away, Diddy's lawyer spilled that Cassie was demanding a crazy $30 million and tossing around threats of spilling the beans in a tell-all book. He straight up called it blackmail and brushed off the whole lawsuit as a bunch of lies. So here's the lowdown on the lawsuit. Diddy was basically calling the shots in Cassie's life, from her cash flow to even snooping around in her medical records. Cassie spilled that an MRI showed she was losing her memory, blaming Diddy's roughness and the pills he pushed on her, especially tons of painkillers. He was like her personal drug dealer. And as TMZ thought, back in 2016, Cassie tried to cut ties with Diddy, and things got so crazy that the cops had to step in. But get this, she didn't press charges because she was genuinely scared of Diddy's unpredictable side. After their knockdown, drag-out fights, he tried to smooth things over with fancy gifts. But the bruises told a different story, and he ended up hiding her away in hotels for recovery. The lawsuit spills the beans on Diddy's alleged repeated physical abuse against Cassie, painting a pretty grim picture. It even draws parallels to Ike and Tina Turner. And it doesn't stop there. Other exes like Kim Porter allegedly faced the same mistreatment. Even his former bodyguard, Gene Deal, is backing up the claims. Rumor has it that Diddy messed with Kim Porter's head, making it hard for her to move on with other guys. And that controlling vibe was there in his relationship with his baby mama, Misa Hilton.
She thought Puff was messing around. I guess like she started talking to the dude from EPMD. He came to see her, and Puff beat up till she got up under the, beat her literally till she tried to run up under the car.
But wait, there's more craziness. Back in 2012, when Cassie and Diddy decided to take a break, she hooked up with Kid Cudi. Diddy supposedly lost it and threatened to trash Kid Cudi's ride. And guess what? The car went up in flames in Kid Cudi's driveway. Coincidence? I don't think so. And whenever Diddy got wind of Cassie talking to another guy, he went berserk, putting both the guy and Cassie through physical harm. This dude's behavior is just out there. Some folks are even calling him downright evil. It seems Diddy's trying to do damage control with his Love Combs rebrand, looking all loving while hiding this dark, controlling side. Cassie's been through the ringer with this guy and is spilling all the crazy details. But hold on tight, because the Diddy and Cassie saga just hit a whole new level of messed up. There's this video making the rounds showing Cassie in a super distressed state, trying to get away from Diddy. This video is setting off major alarms, and people are calling for a deep dive into what's really going on. It's not just about physical fights anymore. Diddy's being accused of using Cassie in some seriously messed up ways, even getting her involved with other male escorts. He apparently got a sick kick out of watching her with other dudes. The situation got even worse with Cassie doing explicit stuff, labeled as freak-offs, for cash. And get this, Diddy supposedly recorded it all. And not for any good reason. He used the footage to keep Cassie in line, threatening to spill the beans if she tried to take legal action. Getting out of this crazy situation was no walk in the park for Cassie. Diddy, described as a violent force, used his connections to cut her off from friends and family, putting the fear of danger into her. In 2018, he's even accused of barging into her apartment and forcing her into non-consensual acts.
What you gotta say now? You ain't got shit to say. When you put your girl on the snap, baby, yo, babe. I mean, shit getting weird. Come on, baby. It's hot outside. You fucking wrapped up in that blanket. Let's go jog on the beach.
Even after Cassie escaped, Diddy's behavior stayed nuts, with him trying to keep tabs on her every move. This whole story shines a spotlight on the dark side of the entertainment world, claiming that Diddy's been dodging consequences for way too long. There are whispers about a secret NYPD investigation, hinting that Cassie might not be the only victim. This could be a much bigger deal than we thought, leading folks to question its significance and the need for everyone to be in the loop. There are also calls to look into Kim Porter's death, fueled by suspicions of secrets she might have wanted to spill before she passed. Worries extend to others like Young Miami, with some thinking Diddy might be involved in some shady stuff behind the scenes. Reports of compromising situations and explicit acts raise some serious ethical questions about how far people go for success. The big message here is about the messed up consequences of compromising your principles, emphasizing how important it is to keep your integrity in the face of industry pressures. Diddy's alleged role in all this is screaming for a serious examination of his actions and the impact they've had on everyone involved. It's a wild, dark ride, and folks are demanding answers. So things are getting real interesting after Cassie's legal move, and 3 artists from Diddy's label are stepping up to back her. Aubrey O'Day, from Making the Band 3 Inches and Danity Kane, is giving props to Cassie, recognizing the guts it takes to go up against a big shot like Diddy. She's hoping Cassie's bravery will inspire others to spill the beans about what really goes down behind the scenes. Dawn Richard, another ex-Danity Kane member, sent out some prayers for Cassie, calling her beautiful and brave in a post on X. Even XD Woods, also from Danity Kane, gave Cassie a shout-out on both X and Instagram, cheering her on for speaking up about her experiences. Even though these artists aren't claiming to know all the nitty-gritty details about what Diddy did, their show of solidarity with Cassie sends a strong message, especially considering their ties to Diddy's label. It's a big reveal about the shady sides of the industry, pushing for more honesty. You can bet people will be keeping a close eye on how this all plays out. But hold on, the discontent doesn't stop there. Over the past year, artists linked to the label have been airing their complaints, with accusations of Diddy not coughing up fair compensation taking center stage. Remember when Diddy got that Grammy Industry Icon Award in 2020? Yeah, during his acceptance speech, he threw some shade at the Recording Academy, calling for more respect for rap and hip-hop. Not everyone was vibing with it, though. Mace, a former Bad Boy artist, took to Instagram to call out Diddy, claiming he's been playing dirty with business and screwing artists over financially. Mace didn't hold back, spilling the beans about how Diddy snagged his publishing rights 24 years ago for just $20,000. That left a real bad taste, and Mace has been loud and clear about turning down a $2 million offer to buy back those rights. In an Instagram live sesh, Mace made it crystal he's all about exposing what he sees as Diddy's wrongs, not playing the silent game and promising not to be another pushover. He's standing up for artists who got mistreated under the Bad Boy label.
Yo, how dare this nigga talking about he want receipts? Let's start with your mother, nigga. Your mother got the receipts, nigga. Everything is in your mother's name. That's the one who got the receipts, nigga. You need more proof, nigga? Biggie ain't here, so Big can't give you no receipts. He dead. Craig Mack can't give you receipts. He dead. What are you talking about? Who else? Black Rob can't give you receipts. He dead. And everybody else you made sign paperwork so they can't talk about what I'm talking about. I'm the only one with the guts. And I signed it, nigga. Cause I ain't need the money. All money ain't good money. Remember that. Remember that. Remember that, nigga. You know who to play with, nigga.
And Mace ain't the only one airing out grievances. Freddie P., a former Day Band member, echoed similar feelings, saying Diddy could have done way more for the artists linked to the label. The frustration and letdown from artists who played big roles in building up Bad Boy are real. This unfolding story is shining a light on the struggles these artists faced and their beef with Diddy, sparking a bigger convo about fairness and equal treatment in the music game. It's a whole lot of drama going down. After all the drama with Cassie, Diddy's vibe seems to be taking a different turn. Recent pics show him chilling outside his Miami pad, casually sipping on a drink. Deep in what looks like a serious convo with his longtime chief of staff, they're both rocking comfy clothes, and at one point, Diddy's got his face buried in his hands. The whole scene gives off a vibe that's far from Party Central. As the spotlight intensifies on Cassie's legal battle with Diddy, shedding light on the darker corners of the music industry, another bombshell rocks the scene. Amidst the turmoil surrounding Cassie's allegations, whispers of a seismic event in Diddy's world emerge. The news of Homeland Security's raid on not one, but two of Diddy's homes sends shockwaves through the entertainment industry. While the focus remains on Cassie's courageous stand against the music mogul, the sudden turn of events with Homeland Security's involvement hints at a deeper, more troubling narrative unfolding behind the scenes. With Cassie's story revealing the complexities of power dynamics within the industry, the raid on Diddy's properties raises questions about the extent of his influence and the potential ramifications of his actions beyond the music realm. Diddy's whole world is flipping upside down. The feds rolled up on not one, but two of his spots, one in LA and the other in Miami. They're saying it's all tied to some serious sex trafficking investigation. And guess what? His ex, Cassie, spilled the beans first, calling him out for this shady stuff. Helicopters buzzing, agents swarming. It was a whole scene outside Diddy's LA crib. And get this, they even nabbed his sons, Justin and King, outside the house in Holmby Hills. And they didn't stop there, hitting up his Miami spot too. Diddy was in Florida when it all went down, and word is, they snagged his phones before he could jet off to the Caribbean. According to a source, there's already been interviews with folks related to the alleged sex trafficking, domestic violence, and racketeering. And there's more of these interviews lined up. They're saying, Homeland Security Investigations put out a statement saying they're on it, working with local law enforcement to get to the bottom of things. But Diddy's been pretty tight-lipped about it all. Cassie's lawyer, Douglas Wigdor, didn't hold back, though. He's all about backing law enforcement and getting justice served up to Mr. Combs. And attorney Tyrone Blackburn, who's representing a couple of accusers, he's saying it's about time Diddy faces the music. But here's the kicker. It's still not clear if this raid has anything to do with the allegations from those lawsuits filed against Diddy in the past few months. One thing's for sure, though. Diddy's got a lot on his plate right now. And it's not just these recent lawsuits. Cassie dropped a bombshell complaint back in November, accusing Diddy of some heinous stuff like brutal beatings and sex trafficking. And she wasn't the only one. Two more women came forward Thanksgiving week with similar horror stories. Diddy's been denying everything, but the heat's been getting to him. He stepped down from his Revolt TV gig, and a bunch of companies cut ties with him. Looks like he's in for a rough ride ahead. Now, 50 Cent has been clowning Diddy ever since he wanted to take him out shopping.
It's a fruit pie. It's a fruit pie. Trust me. You see these little weird ass pictures and shit like that out there, sitting out there for no reason. If you don't see accident pictures with me like kissing it. Like that doesn't happen by accident. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Look. Later you gonna find out a little shit that I'll be saying.
But on a more serious note, 50 has been on Diddy's back ever since Cassie came out with her lawsuit. He stood his ground, and he's been steady exposing Diddy for all the weird and awful things that he's done throughout his career. Back in 2010, 50 Cent spilled some beans on Shade 45, questioning Diddy's ties with Cassie. According to 50, he got some explicit pics of Cassie sent to his phone from who knows where. These pics were way steamier than what was out there, so 50 hit up Diddy to ask about his deal with Cassie. Diddy copped to their romance, and 50, feeling weird about the whole thing, shared the pics with him. Diddy thanked him, but it left 50 wondering where those explicit shots really came from.
They sent me the girl pictures, like pictures of this girl, like, not the shit that y'all saw. Worse, way worse.
Wow. Oh, you kidding me, yo?
Like penetration pictures and
Nah, come on, man. Come on, Phil.
all that. And I called the nigga, I said, yo, you fucking with this girl? Like, you like her like that? And he was like, yeah. That's my girl. I'm like, all right, I'm going to send you something. You look at it, you call me back. I sent him the photos, the pictures and everything. And the nigga called back and was like, yo, thanks, man. Yo, I really appreciate that. Yo, where you get these shits from?
In his story, 50 kinda implies that someone close to Diddy might have had a hand in it. He's not holding back, dropping some choice words for Sean Combs and making it clear he wasn't doing any favors by sharing those pics. Now, 50 and Diddy have been at each other's throats for ages, so this latest revelation just adds fuel to the fire. And with 50 hinting there's more to come, it's like watching a train wreck in slow motion, waiting to see how it all plays out. In the rap game, the tension between 50 and Diddy is like a legend. 50's always got something to say about Diddy. He was sounding off the alarm on Instagram, predicting more drama to unfold, and boy was he right. He straight up called out Diddy, saying he paid up too late, and now it's open season. 50's counting down, expecting more women to come forward with their stories about Diddy, and people are eating it up, digging into Diddy's past and side-eyeing his crew. And as if that's not enough, there's talk swirling around about 50 Cent talking about Diddy's connection to Tupac's death. You know 50's not shying away from it, stirring the pot and waiting for the heat to come his way. It's like a never-ending soap opera in the world of hip-hop, with beef, accusations, and shady secrets around every corner. And with the Homeland Security raiding Diddy's home, you can bet that 50 Cent trolled Diddy even further. If you ask Fifth, this is as far as Diddy's going. It's the end for him now. On his Twitter, 50 Cent wrote, "Now it's not Diddy do it, it's Diddy done. They don't come like that unless they got a case." As we come to the end of this deep dive into all the mess swirling around Diddy, one thing's for sure. This story ain't over yet. With all the bombshells, accusations, and insider info flying around, it's like we're watching a never-ending soap opera starring the hip-hop mogul himself. From Cassie's legal showdown to the old warnings from 50 Cent, it's like peeling back layers on a giant onion. The stuff going on behind the scenes in Diddy's world is a real eye-opener. It's not just about the music. It's a tangled web of relationships, power plays, and the fallout that hits artists once they step into the bad boy arena. As this whole saga plays out, it's not just about Diddy or Bad Boy anymore. It's shining a light on the darker side of the music biz, the power struggles, the shady deals, and the toll it takes on folks trying to make it big. It's a wake-up call for the whole industry, reminding everyone that success often comes with a hefty price tag. So, as we step back from the chaos, we're keeping our eyes peeled for what comes next. The quest for truth and fairness ain't over yet, and the music world's in for some serious shakeups. Diddy's legacy is on the line, and this story's far from wrapping up. Buckle up, folks. We're in for a wild ride.